I think probably my person. She can't hear us. But I think one of the things we talked about last time was to just have this update. Can you hear us now, Mary Blessing?
Yes, I can. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, yes. So I was saying
Okay,
that
awesome.
last time we talked about like just having those, like people could drop those updates instead of having to go around the room. If
Okay.
people updates so that we don't like, I think one of the feedback last week was like for some people might not have updates to share. So I'll just let
Okay.
people, if there are any updates, they definitely would drop it in the meeting notes or raise their
Mm-hmm.
hands to speak. So
Okay.
we can just ask
All
that
right.
question and then people can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. All right. To all the
And I
focus
just stay
group lead on.
recording. So if you want to, I just stay recording. I forgot to hit record. Actually.
Okay. All right. Sure. So yeah. So if anyone leading any focus group on the call would like to share an update, please do go ahead. So okay.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm actually not leading the design focus group, but Kingsley is not here, so I guess I'll just give the
Sure.
update. Yes, so
Perfect.
we've actually come up with a template for the Chaos Con designs, right? Last week, the design for call for speakers was sent out. So right now, we are just waiting for the social media team to give us the content needed for further designs. So yeah, that's the update. Thank you.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you so much, Eunice, for that. Yeah. Uh, so any other update from any focus group? Okay, great. Okay, I see someone put the technical writers focus group. Uh, Tosan, do you want to give update on that?
Hi, I'm actually from the research focus group,
Right, research.
and I was typing something on the chat. I didn't want to unmute to say I don't have any updates, but yeah, there are no new updates because we're still working on the project that we've been on since the kind of the start of the year, the corporate to foundations project, and as usual, still looking for more people to contribute if anyone is interested in learning more, and I will attach a doc and a sheet that just has our progress on the project so people can take a look.
Okay, so that's for the research working group, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm also guessing like details about this project is on the document so that people can, have an understanding of what it is before they
Yes.
can commit to
I'm
contribute.
going to attach the documents on the meeting note.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so
Mhm.
everyone, if you want to learn more about that, Tosan will be putting a link to a document where you can learn more about this project she spoke about and see if it's interests you to contribute to as well. All right. Hi, Harmony. You're right on time. I wonder if you have, update for us for the technical writers working group that you want everybody to be aware of.
Yeah, we have a session tomorrow, and we want you guys to be there. Come join us on Twitter. We have a session tomorrow. So come and join us and learn
Okay.
how to build your portfolio on open source. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Sorry.
No worries, Harmony. Yeah, I'm just going to put the link to the Twitter space, right?
Yeah. And I want
Yeah.
to thank Sydney for stepping in when I was a bit away. She's been doing a lot of great work.
Shout out to Cindy. All right, great. Thank you, Harmony. So everyone, you're invited. If you would like to learn more about building your portfolio in open source, please click on the link and go ahead and you know add it to your calendar and show up as well. Okay. Any other working group or rather focus group? I think that would be all. Great. So the next thing we do have on the agenda, I don't think I'm sharing my screen, am I? Oh, you are sorry about that. Thought I was sharing. So the next thing we have on the agenda is about CHAOSS. So the call for speakers is up, and would like to see everyone submit a talk for this year's CHAOSS Africa, right? So if if you've been meaning to like speak at an open source
Can anyone still hear my person?
Nope, I can't anymore.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to find the link to the CHAOSScon speaking page, like to apply. So we encourage first time speakers. If you want to speak about anything you're doing in CHAOSS, please feel free to apply to speak. CHAOSScon is happening on the 13th of August this year, so you can apply to speak about anything open source, technology, things you've been working on, how you got into open source, things about digital transformation, open source security, leadership, emerging technologies, participation, really anything you want to share with our team, feel free to submit. I think when do the CFPs close?
20th of June.
20th of June. Okay, so the CFPs are closing 20th of June. So you can we have some ample time to apply before it closes. I mean, Reverse is still here. Reverse, can you still hear us? Are you back? Is there any question about CHAOSScon in the meantime?
20th of June.
Let me see. Listen, are you with us? The network is probably lagging. Okay. I think I'll go ahead while she sorts
Yeah,
out.
I can. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, but it seems your network is lagging.
Can anyone hear me?
Oops.
My plus maybe you can leave and join again.
Okay, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Hello?
can.
Yeah, I am. Sorry about that.
Okay, so in the meantime, does anyone have any
Can anyone?
questions about events?
Yes, it is lagging. Is it better now?
I doubt it.
Hello, Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure can do.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I want to ask, have we started talking about the CHAOSS already? Or we are just saying the CFP in passing?
No, like this is just updates to the community. We have not started the
Oh, okay. Okay, no worries.
okay. All right. So probably no questions there. So there are two things I wanted to bring up as well. We used to have, so for context, why I'm asking these questions too, and we used to GitLab used to last year we had GitLab sponsor us for a year. And ideally their sponsorship was going to be a renewal every year. But this year they are not able to like honor that commitment, right? They're going to step back away from it and look forward to maybe next year trying to support us. But one of the things that Daniel, that's the point of contact from GitLab, shared or he kind of talked about was the DI project pattern. He asked about on GitLab's end, they've been trying to get their projects interested to apply for a badge, but they have not really gotten any progress there. And if you look generally, even on a general note, we can see that like event badging is way more, is fast-paced, or more, like we get more events than projects. So I was going to just ask and probably directly posing this question at Adinka and maybe other people that contribute there, like how can we attract more projects to apply for a badge? Like are there things that we can do to kind of facilitate that process and get more projects badged?
Okay. Actually, that was why I was asking if we have started talking about CHAOSScon already, because some of the things we discussed in the working group is actually how we intend to scale the project badging. Like you said, we have more of people applying for event badging, but the project badging is still relatively new and we want to concentrate on adoption. So the reason why I was asking was I was thinking that every opportunity we get to increase our outreach and get to talk about what we are actually doing with the project badging, we go a long way, because I feel that people are not really aware. Now, for the GitLab organization pushing for people to come badge their project is because they are aware of project badging and they are part of the people that actually implemented it. So how many people know about event badging or even project badging outside the LF and outside the GitHub, GitLab? I think it's just time for us to take it out there to the African communities that we have, the open source communities we have in Africa, collaborate with people. Maya is doing something great with Openness, and then we have Abigail also pulling stuff together. You know, there are different ways we can achieve this, but the basis of it all is that we are going to have to increase our outreach. So
Yeah, I do agree. Because one thing is we launched this thing and I think we're not really like very, very intentional about. I know when we started event badging, let me give context. When we started event badging, we used to do these talks. I know myself and Matt, we used to go to events, so when we go to conferences, we used to talk about it. So aside from the fact that Linux Foundation was always applying, but we started getting other people give interest into applying to it, so we can take similar approach to doing that outreach, especially I think also especially within the African context. That's something we have not really I think so far Chaos Africa has developed a good stand ground, like in terms of creating awareness around metrics and stuff. So we can start having these conversations, inviting people, projects to apply and walk them through the process. So in terms of walking them through the process, one idea that I have is if we can host like an informational session and target, say for example, now you've mentioned openness, right? Which I think Maya is the one working on it. If we can look for maybe 4 to 5 projects that we can invite, that we're hosting this informational session, and just make it more, because in the like, if we want to apply for more funding, if we want to start looking for ways to sustain our projects, right? For example, which is, I think that's also another conversation I think we need to have as a community, like how do we sustain our project? Because the most of the activities that we've been doing, they have involved money, right? And then that spot like is running dry as well, because then GitLab is no longer going to sponsor us this year. So these are things that we could increase our activities on. So when it gets to time to receive funding or to apply for funding, we can get we can be able to say these are the efforts that we've made so far. So I don't know, I think, how do you want to do this in terms of actually making targeted outreach? I would say having maybe a workshop or a session that walk people through can help. We can identify 4 to 5 projects in Africa. I know about, like, Maya has like talked about the openness. I know, is the devs in this call, is it the devs that I know? Sorry to call you out, but I think Debs, if this Debs I know, Debs also has a project that might be of interest as well. And then I know Ushahidi, and like I know a couple of projects that we can. Oh, it's not the Debs I know, sorry. But nice to meet you. Although we could have a list of projects and reach out to them to apply, and then we walk them through a session to apply, and what is the value, because I think one of the difficult things to explain to people is what is the value of doing all these things, right? So what do you think?
We have actually started to plan around that in our working group. I think the first thing that we wanted to do was for me to organize like an informational session in-house first, because we discovered that the members of the DEI group right now don't really know what the project badging is all about. So for us to even raise ambassadors first, people that would be speaking on behalf of project badging, then we would need them to understand. So we had planned that like 2 weeks ago, but we've not been able to implement it. So I'm ready. It's just that people didn't show up. So maybe due to busy schedules and all that. But then it's something that we plan to do first, to raise speakers so that we can multiply ourselves, and then be able to like reach out better. Then also then do what you have said now, go out there and then begin to speak. So it's something that we have in plan, and don't worry, we are going to execute it. So I understand everything you have said, and we'll just, Mary Blessing is also here. Maya is here. She's also in the DEI working group. Hijama is in the DEI working group. And I'd like to encourage people to also join us if you can. We are about to do something great, and I know that we'll be able to do it. So yes, we have it in mind.
I don't know if I can add a thing or two. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
So I also think that we could also use our social influence to also publicize the project and the event that has been badged so far, and also give out testimonies directly from people that have used our platform to improve DEI in their event or project, because people want to see these things from us, right? And publicity is a thing that everybody kind of wants one way or the other. So if people see us talk more about the projects that have benefited from the badging project and how they have benefited, they would want to be part of that journey. So I think it's something that it's explorable. Thank you.
Thank you. Another thing that I think I would like to add is that right now, apart from the informational session that we plan, I am also in the capacity of the badging lead trying to get feedback through survey from the people that have already, the communities that have already badged with us, and also for event badging, so that we even know what has been the experience so far, how has it helped you? You know, that can also serve as what will I say now? It will serve as like this what we can use to tell other people, oh, so event or so community has badged with us, and this is what they are experiencing, without mentioning names. And then we then know what we need to improve on based on what our applicants have said, and then use that to also scale the project. Because right now, the project badging only has the bronze level, and we intend to scale it up as time goes on.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just taking notes. Okay. I think yeah. We can. Is there a timeline we are looking to kind of implement this? Is my person back? Pekuria's hand is raised. Okay, can go.
Okay. So sorry, before Peculiar, you were asking for timeline, right? Hello, Ruth. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Dinka, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So if you're asking for timeline for everything we said we want to do, I'm going to get back to you on that.
Sure, that's
Okay.
fine. Okay.
I go ahead now.
Hi, Peculiar, you can go on.
Okay. My question is to Adenka. I dropped the question on the chat session. I was asking, what's the value of badging a project? I think if you could share, people here will also know, and they might also help to reach out to other projects that they are aware, they know for this. Yeah, that's my question. What's the value of badging a project?
Okay, thank you very much. So on a high level, right, when a project badge their project, it essentially signals to contributors, their potential contributors, that, oh, this community or this project is safe and welcoming for me. You know, when somebody is new to a community, they are not sure what their code of conduct are, in fact, they might not even know what code of conduct is. They just know that, oh, when I enter into this community, maybe we have a lot of people from the West, or we have a lot of males, or maybe the person might even be living with a disability. They might not know how to contribute. But then when you have your community, your community has a badge on your repository, and then they are able to see your DEI.md file, which is the one that we use to assess or evaluate how sustainable your community is. Then they are able to read through your process of ensuring that the community is healthy enough and safe enough for people to join and to contribute to. So essentially, that's what it is for.
Okay. So budget supports sustainability or the health of project or community.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I asked the question in case somebody have the opportunity to interact with any other person. So you talk about badging, you could like go into deep, telling them the value of them badging a project. So thank you so much, Adenka. Back to you, Mary Blessing.
Okay. Thanks, Peculiar and Adenka. So I also think if people want to like know more in depth, they should really join the next DEI working group, because we'll be having that workshop Adenka spoke about there, so that you can learn more and even have more, or rather ask more in-depth questions if you will. Um, Alright.
I think my network is
So
still breaking up.
I think that's all. Anybody have any other questions? Um, any other thing to share before we move on to the last bit of the meeting? Okay,
Okay,
great.
I don't
So, all right. Ruth, you said?
your network is still like cutting off, like you're breaking.
Okay. Ruth, are you speaking? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, your network is breaking up still.
Hello? Okay, I think maybe it's my network.
Can you guys hear me?
Right. Okay. Um, but can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can
I think
anyone
you're a
hear me
little
now?
better.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I can, but it's breaking.
Okay.
Mhm. Let me just before we go into the chaos update, there was one question I wanted to ask.
Um,
Yeah. Um. So for the education projects, right? I know the courses are mostly open source related topics, right? And how to contribute to chaos. Um, is that list expand like can it expand to platform related course? Like what I mean by platform related courses is, for example, using particular tools to contribute to like open source. Um, and why I asked this is I had shared the education project again with GitLab as something that where somebody from CHAOSS Africa was working on, and a couple of people contributed to, and they were quite curious if like there were hopes to add like how to use GitLab, for example, to contribute to open source. So that's why I generalized it to say platform specific courses. I think that question is directed to Peculiar.
Hi, Ruth. At the moment, we are focused on general open source topics and about CHAOSS, what CHAOSS is working on, like practitioner guide, CHAOSS software. I'll be recording for Introduction to Grimo Lab by tomorrow, and hoping that Oga will come in next. And then for other things concerning like what you asked, platform related topics, I'm going to take that question back to the girls education team and ask the same question to them and see what their answers will be. Because now it's easy for me to say, yes, we can do that, but I can't just make that decision alone. I will take it back to them, then bring it up and ask them the same question. Then I'll come to you for more details, so I'll be able to like push that forward and see if we are giving a go ahead with that. But apart from that, I have already like tried to bring in some other topic that will help developers, like topics related to developers, contributors. But I was looking at those in CHAOSS and all. But it's possible that that could be a general stuff. When I raised it up, they were like, there's several other resources out there on that. So but I will still take it back to them with this question you asked now to find out if we'll be permitted to do that. Platform related topics that will help people contribute to open source. And I think it will be a good one. I mean, if we can develop courses on that too. So I'll come back to you more detail on that, so we can work together to see how to convince the others to allow us move into that too. And we can have it as a category, and then other courses in that line come under it. Other thing. Sorry for the background noise. Baby is crying by my side. Sorry, am I out of meeting?
Yeah, don't worry. I can hear you perfectly. Yeah, sorry. I had to drop off for a minute. But yeah, I will wait for that update. Like things like, oh, like you know how people struggle when they try to use Git for the first time to contribute to an open source project, you know, things like that, like those kind of courses or topics, right? And I know, yes, you talked about like that of it's a valid concern that there are a lot of projects or there are a lot of courses out there that just specifically talk about that too. So yeah. Thank you. I will wait for that feedback.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I think the next thing on the agenda is okay. So we have two more things just before we move to like CHAOSS. We have a sponsor for Africa. We're going to be sponsoring this year, which is good news. So, that's great. And then all that is interested in research and stuff, you want to learn more about that, you can join that community. Yeah, So I think that's the end of the meeting for today. Thank you everybody for joining. We'll go over to the next, talking about CHAOSS. So if you're part of the committee, or you want to stay back to hear more about the updates, you can stay back, but if not, you can leave the meeting. Thank you.